In the beginning of my studies, I usually used to overexert myself because I tried to cover all the subjects and all the homework which I needed to do on a given day. So basically, in the studies, I found people were usually of two categories. Either some of them were quite complacent and didn't do maybe enough, or on the other side, people, the other extreme would be people were a bit too uh, they strive just too much. They overexerted themselves a little bit too much, which I um, usually counted under this category. Neither of these categories is ideal, because if you overstrive yourself, if you exert yourself too much, after some time you get too overtired and you can't do anything anymore. So I needed to adjust. I needed to adjust myself a little bit. What did I do? I was using a timer afterwards, because once I timed myself, I could really just allot certain time periods and block certain time periods for certain activities. For example, I was doing 90-minute sessions because I was used to the university's 90 minutes classes, or even studying 60 minutes, maybe a Sanskrit for 60 minutes, or even just studying grammar for 30 minutes. Either way you do it, you can even go so far as to allot each slot of your day in 15 minutes slot and write it down. Either way you do it, just write everything down the way the day before you want to do it, and then just reverse engineer, just in this sense, make a plan for the whole day so that you know what you're going to do at which time. Whether you finish this specific task or not is secondary. It's better just to not finish a task and move into the next thing than just trying to finish everything. Because, first of all, you have a consistent deadline and you will strive much harder within the lesson, within the certain time gap. This is what I found. Because otherwise, what I would usually happen to me, not usually, it actually happened to me all the time. I was striving so intensively for the first couple of things and I got them done, but later on they took so much time that for the other things, either I ran out of energy or of time or both. And I oftentimes needed to pull all-nighters, which took a complete toll on my mental health and also my, well, physical health. I'm not that I got into depression or so, but still, it's like it took me a long time to recover from this. And it's better to stay in the flow with a consistent amount of work every day rather than just crushing it for one day and night and then need to recover like for 2 or 3 days, right? So then you can play with the study time and find out your ideal study times. For me, it is the early morning. I like to do my workout, my meditation in the morning, and then just afterwards face all my tasks head on. And in the afternoon, for example, go outside for a walk. Actually, not a walk, but a run. Ride a bicycle, work out, and enjoy the sun to get some sunlight every day. And in the later afternoon, then I continue to study. Depends also on my classes. It doesn't necessarily need to be the same every day, but you can adjust it a little bit. But the basic structure is there. So I have then the understanding, after I finish a certain amount of time on a certain topic, I might not have been there where I want to be, but at least I move the ball forward, and moving the ball forward consistently gets you eventually to the goal. After a month or so of doing this, you have a good idea of how much you can accomplish in a given time. And when you track something, you will improve. Meaning, on the flip side, if you have random efforts, you will have just random results. Really, random efforts lead to random results. You will get some results, but it's just like you can't really check in, or you can't really track what you're doing. And if you track something, it improves. But if you track something and compare it after you have some experience, it improves even more. If you track something and you compare it with an obsession with working insanely, it improves you also in an insane manner. So if you don't like this word obsession, just substitute it with strong enthusiasm, excitement, passion, drive. You will get accustomed quickly to your given work period, and your mind will be happy always working the same hours, because then you get accustomed to it, and you have this mental discipline that you always work maybe 4 hours, 6 hours, 8 hours, or more or less, depending on your schedule. And you feel once the time is up, hey, I can do afterwards something else. Even if I haven't completely finished, I will attack it tomorrow, and then certainly get it done tomorrow or the other day. So understand, Rome wasn't built in one day. This approach, specifically by playing around a bit with time, it prevents you from having significant gaps in your language learning due to, for example, semesters abroad, internship, or writing semester papers, because these projects, they need a lot of time. And this is what happened usually to me. Whenever these big projects came up and I needed to prepare for a semester abroad or an internship or writing my semester papers, I was investing the whole day for these things, forgot about my language learning, and usually had, or language revision, and usually had then big gaps in my studies due to this. Understand, they can all be arranged within a given day, to the extent that you afterwards meet all your deadlines. Now, then my recommendation is follow a specific schedule for some time, and then if it doesn't suit you, keep on adjusting it until it does, and until it works out for you, until you have good results and are very happy with your results. If you have any comments or questions, leave them down below. And if you found this video helpful, like and subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you never miss a video when I put one out. All right, guys, I will see you soon.